Hello, my sourdough lovers. So we're doing another recipe today. We are doing sourdough pizza crust. These can be frozen and then left in your freezer for up to 3 months, which is insane, which is awesome. And it just gets you away from buying like store-bought pizza, which has so much shit in it. There's like over 30 ingredients in a store-bought pizza crust, which is so unnecessary. Gigi's right in the way of the floor here, but that's okay. It's okay, man. Yeah, so let's get started. It is so simple. It's starter, warm water, salt, olive oil, flour. You can either use all-purpose flour or 00 flour. It's totally up to you. I have a bag of 00 in the house, so I'm gonna use that. But I figured it'd be super fun to prep these pizza doughs because I have so many friends and family coming to visit this weekend. My husband's back in town this weekend from working away, and he loves pizza, so I figured this would be a great opportunity to show you guys the crusts. And then on the weekend when I use them, how to like thaw them out during the day and then get them used. So yeah, let's get started on the dough. Okay, so we're just gonna turn on our scale. We're gonna get started with putting the starter in there first, which is 190 grams. We're gonna leave this to the side because we are gonna fill it after. We're gonna set the scale. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna see if we can do this higher so I can see myself and the bowl, you know, kinda. I can move over, then I can. How about that? Then you can see everything, and I'm not talking down. So we've put 190 grams of starter into our bowl here. Now we're gonna do 620 of water, warm water. And we're not talking like hot by any means. We're talking like the tap is in medium on the tap, and that's good. We're at 4. 610, 620, perfect. I'm gonna take this off now and give it a little mixing mix with our whisk, just because I really like mixing my starter and water together before I add in anything else. It's a personal preference. It's not mandatory, but that's just how I do it. And that's how I like to do it. Okay. Salt, 20 grams. Perfect. Olive oil is also 20 grams. And then the same flour I always use, the Anita's, I also have their 00 pizza and pasta flour, so I'm going to be using that for the 900 grams. I'm just going to pour it in there, and then we'll mix it all up after. This is a kilogram bag, so it should take almost all of this. 00 flour is just like a little bit more fine than your traditional flour, but not like a huge difference, so you can definitely use all-purpose. Like I said, just shy. I only have literally 100 grams left of this, which I'll use for rolling out after. And now we're just going to mix this into a shag and then let it sit on the counter to rise before we make them into our fun little balls. You could also let it rise for around 4 to 6 hours and then use it immediately. Like, it doesn't have to go in the freezer. I'm just prepping this dough now because I want it for on the weekend, not because it has to be. So it's gonna take a little working. This is a lot of flour and a lot of we'll get it. I really want to perfect the dough twirl by the time we use this. I don't know if I'll actually nail that down, but it would be like really cool if I could. Okay, so just scraping up all the sides here, making sure I do get a nice like shaggy mass, and then I'm going to let it rise until I'm back later today, and then we're going to put them into balls. I also do believe you could probably put this straight to frozen, but I don't think it'd have the same volume that I'm looking for in terms of the dough. So I'm going to let it do a counter rise. So I am back. We're going to finish off this pizza dough recipe here. It has risen a little bit. It's not like risen as much as, say, a full fermentation, but it is enough that it's like doubled in size. And again, this would be when you could like roll it out right now and use it as is for a pizza dough, but we're going to use it as this weekend. So what I have is a container like this. You could also use 5 separate plastic bags, 5 because the recipe makes 5 separate plastic bags with olive oil. I just have one of these fun little containers. They're actually for soup. But what I'm going to do is put a wax paper between each ball and then freeze them like this. And then I'm going to use one of my reusable bags for the last one. And you're going to put olive oil into the bottom of each of these just for them to sit on top of. Same within the bag, a little bit of olive oil. But for now, we're going to take a scraper. We're going to put flour. Oh, not totally a boob shot here. Let's go here. Yeah. Some of that 00 that we still have. Spread that out. Then take the dough onto here with our fun little scraper, and we're going to take out one of our cutting tools as well. I'm just going to get this. Woo. Okay, she's definitely doubled. I'm thrilled. I'm just like kind of almost like giving it a stretch and fold here just to pull it together. I'm going to scrape. Onto the floured surface. I may have underestimated the surface size. This does not seem like enough. Does not seem like enough size at all for what we got going on here. Okay. Got majority of it out, so that's perfect. I'm going to put this in the sink. I wish I would have weighed out this giant lump, but we're just going to kind of, I want to get it as tight of a like oval as I can so I can cut it into 5. They're approximately 350 gram balls, so we can at least weigh balls. I'm going to use the back of this container so it doesn't stick. It's my... That's 280, so I'm a little shy. And then we're literally going to, turn it into a ball. It would be nice if I had more counter space, because then you could just, roll it how it needs to be rolled would be ideal. Floured. You know what? Fuck it. We need more space. We do want these to be round. I don't know why, like, ball shapes and I are not the greatest, but this is not working in my favor. The next ones will be better, I swear. Not that it has to stay round to be pizza dough, but some sort of round-ish lump is like what you want to achieve for sure. olive oil in here. Put this guy in there, a little ball. Away the next one. To look roundness wise. That's okay. Again, this one will also be good. Okay, so now we have 2 pizza doughs right there. We'd put the lid on it and put it straight into the freezer. For a little swish, and then same thing. Ball goes into the bag. Now it gets frozen. Yep. Then we have just 2 more of those to do. Put them in plastic bags, and then on Friday when I make these pizzas, I'm going to show you guys how to thaw them out and do all the rest of it. Okay, you guys, so it is a few days later. I'm going to show you guys how to take out the pizza dough, prep it, and get it all ready. So the first part is the day that you want to use the pizza dough, get it out of the freezer. I just have mine in one of these fun little reusable plastic bags, the one that I'm going to use today. You're going to open it up and you're going to put it on a baking sheet. So I have these baking sheets and I have the Our Place liner on top of them, which I love using. So all I'm going to do is pop this guy straight onto here and let it thaw out for all day, essentially. So it still has the olive oil kind of attached to it, so that's perfect. It's gonna go a little like so. The dough is on there. The dogs are watching in the background. All I'm gonna do is saran wrap this and leave it on the counter all day until I'm ready to use it. Okay, you guys, so it has been all day. The pizza dough is all thawed. We are gonna put it together and get it on the barbecue because I find that's the easiest way to cook it. You can also put it on a pizza stone and bake it in the oven if that's your preference. I just find that my barbecue gets hotter faster, and that's what I prefer to do. Kilo, move your butt. So this is how squished out the pizza dough looks right now. It's at room temperature, which is exactly what we want. We're going to put a little bit of flour onto, I use like a pizza stone that's like good for my barbecue. So I'm putting a little bit of flour, dusting that on here just so there's no sticking. Super simple. I'm gonna unwrap our pizza dough here. And it is like, when I say it's like squishy and soft and all pull aparty like a pizza dough, it like truly is. So you're gonna put it down and you're gonna stretch it onto your pan or dish of choice. Just like pull it nicely to all of the corners. I got like a ball right here. We don't want it that thick right there. So just pull it. Pull it. You can probably have a bigger pizza dish than the one I got here, but that's okay. This is what we got for a size, so that's what we're going with. I kind of got a bit of a crust situation going on here by leaving it a little higher on the sides. And now we're just gonna go in with our toppings. So normally I home make my own pizza sauce. My mom and I can it, and then I have a bunch in the cupboard, but I ran out last time I made pizza and I haven't brought my mom here yet to help me can yet. So I just have like, it's like a gochujang as I'm putting as the base. It's like a, kind of like a sweeter Japanese sauce as like my barbecue sauce for this guy. I'm using my fingers because I can. Kind of gracefully or ungracefully, whatever your vibe is, put it onto the dough. I have a little bit left, so I may as well put it all on there. Look how good this looks already, you guys. I shredded some cheese. They're gonna put like a little cheese base because otherwise nothing sticks. So you always gotta put a little bit of cheese as the base on your pizza. And we'll do the toppings, then we'll do more cheese. So I have pepperoni and this style of meat, which is like a salami. That's really, really good. Kind of just put it evenly everywhere. More pepperonis. The dogs are like in here because they really think they're gonna get something out of me and they're not going to. So pepperonis, and then we have, it's kind of like a prosciutto, but it's a little bit saltier. They call it gouache. I mean, it's a word that I can't pronounce correctly, so I'm not gonna pronounce it for you guys. Okay, we've got all of our meats on here. So now we're just gonna go back in with some more cheese for the top of the pizza. And then after we put it on the barbecue, we're gonna finish it with fresh basil, hot honey around the crust, and oregano and sea salt. Also, I'd love to tell you like how long this takes on the barbecue, but I just pretty much look at it until it hits like that golden brown and all the cheese is melted. And then I take it off this pan and put it directly on the barbecue for just a little bit of that crispy extraness to the bottom. But yeah, I'm gonna take this outside in like just a second, and then I'll show you guys once it's like halfway through cooking. Okay, you see how gorgeous this is getting? So all we're gonna do is pull this off, not with our hands, but we're gonna use a big piece, pull it off, put it on the barbecue, leave it for like 2 seconds with the barbecue turned off, maybe spray the crust so it gets golden, then we're good. Finished product. Finishing with that hot honey. And yeah, she is perfect.